Welcome to Aidon.ai. My name is Deirdre Karen and I am the CEO and co-founder of Aidon.ai. I'm also an architect and have been for several years now training people from all over the world on AI, business architecture and business analysis. So let's have a look at what Aidon can do for you. When looking at all the different kinds of AI, what was really important for us is to focus on ensuring that we have a solution for you that is business-based and that you can actually use safely and securely. So generally, if you look at general purpose chatbots like ChatGPT, you could go down that route, but then you risk your data. And then you could build your own custom AI, or you could look at a purpose-built AI that allows you to customize it specifically for your use case. So let's compare some options. Now, we do look at standardization. We look at business best practices. We look at simplification, speed, security, structure, scalability, support, and diverse model suite. And I think this is probably going to be one of the key differentiators where you are not locked into any specific model. You can choose multiple models that would best suit your organization. If we had to compare the differences between, let's say, using a generic ChatGPT option, we focus more on the business. We also, if I want to highlight, we have some training and digital literacy and AI courses. We have an agentic workflow that is built into Aidon, the 200 plus models, as I mentioned, and those keep getting updated, so you never have to try find new things and so forth. We allow teams to share and work across the different platforms. We look at collaboration in that sense, the usage insights, so you can see how much your team is using, tracking and performing. We look at scalability, which is around our operations, so you can add more teams, add more people, add more workspaces, and so forth. And then we have multiple language support if there are any barriers. We do customization, so we tailor models specifically for your workspace. And then we have content organization. So you've got your data, your models, your files, etc. And then there's an example outputs that you can use. So we have templates and things that you can use. And so this is really around your architecture and making sure that you can use things effectively. How do we work? We start off with teaching. So learn a bit more about AI, focus on what are the key skills and knowledge that you need in order to deliver AI in your organization and in your enterprise. We look then to customize, so work closely with your team on the AI models and processes that align perfectly with your enterprise metadata model. And we dive deep into the specific use cases that allow you to deliver strategy to requirements or visualization or dashboards. And then when we deploy that, we have the two options. You can either use a tenancy within Aidon hosted, or you can choose to have it within your own hosted environment. So the full options are there so you can protect your data and intellectual property. So when we look at agentic workflows, I'll give you some examples with Aidon. So you can really look at what the agent's doing. You can search strategy to a project roadmap, for instance, and you can create as many custom models as you want. And the custom models are very beneficial because they allow you to do multiple things. You can choose how many tokens you want to use and so forth when using your custom models. And so if we just flick to that, we can get our custom models. Now, when you run huge models, it does take a minute or two to process, but it does allow you to really customize it, your billing system, so you can see exactly what models you've been using, what kind of billing you've been using, when that billing is set up, and so forth. And you can view your team, you can see what's most cost effective. You can also tell whether it's a custom model or a generic model that you've been using, and so forth. So there's many options. And then also we want to keep it super simple but organized, because sometimes the chatbots, you cannot really search on the things and you have to scroll down and so forth. To ensure that you can use it more effectively by having files, choosing multiple models, and so forth, and being able to upload different kinds of data and things to your models. And that will help you understand your AI. When we look at the workspaces, you can have multiple projects and multiple workspaces, and this allows you to chat. It allows you to create agents in different workspaces. So if you're working with a particular customer or you're working with a particular project, you can actually customize your entire AI environment. Then we look at multiple language. So you're not limited to just English. Although the platform currently is in English, you can actually speak in any language you want. You can prompt your AI agents to respond in certain languages, and you can interpret it and so forth. You will be able to see that it processes in the language that you prefer. It also allows for visualization, so you can create charts on the fly, you can use the mermaid tools, and it can all be done through a prompt and really simply. You can also integrate dashboards. So when we look at the business architecture dashboard, you can actually link it to a dashboard that shows the different capabilities, the rating, the different ways that it works, and it can be customized according to the way that you want to see your particular dashboard. So you can integrate that with your various enterprise tools such as Iris, such as LeanIX, RDoc. Then we look at custom models. Now, custom models allow us to create agentic approaches. And so what we do is we have the kind of design application at the back end, and that allows us, we call it Aidon Rivet, and that allows you to create custom models. And to show you a quick demo of a custom model, if we go into the custom models, you will be able to see that we can create multiple agents and agencies simultaneously. So you've got multiple models happening in the background. So I'm showing you the backend view of this, and you can customize all of these so you can prepare your agents to do different scenarios. This particular use case is strategy to user stories, and you can see that the models can actually create multi-model outputs depending on what it is that you're looking for particularly. And then you will also see that the way that you've set it up, you can create these models to do very specific things at very specific times. And you can then put it back into the front end of Aidon and review your documents, review the content, download the content, and really get huge value for money to do research and those kind of things. And it can be done in a few minutes. So in this case, we looked at a bank structure, looked at the strategy, and got the multi-models to work together in order to do something. And of course, everything is based on the knowledge base that is built into the back end of your Aidon. For our corporate clients, we do allow for knowledge graph integration, where you can use different knowledge graphs. You can look at information around your architecture, you can look at your capabilities, you can link that with your RAG, and you can run the different models, look at how the data is connected, how do your different aspects join together, and so forth. So that can be a very nice feature in Aidon as well, where you're not only looking at your dashboards and those kind of things, but you can actually interact with the data. So if we look at Aidon versus your chat GPT and building your own, you've got a very specific business specialization with Aidon. You've got data security, you've got customization, depth, you've got rapid deployment, training, multi-model access, collaboration, and cost. So really, if you want to get the best out of your architecture and your analysis, Aidon is the right tool for you because it allows you to do these things really quickly and be able to customize it. And I think one of the best features is that you can take your architecture to the business and really allow the business to benefit from enterprise architecture and business architecture and your capabilities and various other things. So that is a quick demo of Aidon, and I hope that you found this helpful and that you can take a look at Aidon. So hopefully you can see the benefits of having a bespoke AI within your organization that's going to use your enterprise architecture safely and is going to allow users use your Aidon AI